Hot topics.
Having a wife that works for somebody else, that means somebody can pick up the phone and tell your wife to be somewhere, which means they have more control and more influence over your wife than you do. I wouldn't like that at all, which is why I told my wife, you don't need to work. My wife can go if she wants to go. She's not going to go because she has to go. She's not going to go because you told her to go. You're not going to have that much power or influence over my wife, period. Having a wife.
Okay.
Ooh. Interesting.
This is good.
This is a little juicy. I wish we had a whole lot of time for this one right here because it really makes you think. Because if somebody can call you up and interrupt your time, and you have to stop doing what you're doing and get on their program and do what they want to get done, then they got the power over you. Now, I didn't realize this. Now, I don't want to discourage anybody from your jobs and your good paying job. But I discovered this when I opened my own business. What is that? When I opened up my own business.
Prepare for the next part. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bitch.
When I opened up my own business, man, I realized that I was working when I wanted to work and not working on somebody else's time. Because working on somebody else's time meant I was always obligated to them and they had the power over me. How can you be a power couple and some other entity has got the power over you and you and your family? You see what I'm saying? Whether it's you and your family, you and your wife, you and your teammate, you and your business partner, whatever type of relationship, long-term marriage, business type of thing, whatever it is you're in, you start to realize that, wait a minute, it's something that's a little bit more here that I might need to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying, Ed?
Yeah, I there's a lot to unpack with this statement. And this is coming from a man that is self-employed. I've been self-employed since I was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing but music for me for my whole life, pretty much my whole adult life. And it's great to govern yourself, but you also have to understand, even with governing yourself, there's always something that's going to govern you while governing yourself.
Okay.
So I'm always, even though I'm my own boss and I work if I want to work, the scripture in the Bible that says if a man don't work, he don't eat, still applies to even me, even though I don't have the 9-to-5 job where I have to go and clock in.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to go to work. So, like, if an artist calls me and says, "Hey, rehearsal is Wednesday from 2 to 5,"
Okay.
I still have to be there on Wednesday from 2 to 5 in order to be paid. But I am still my own boss. So I agree. I understand what the gentleman is saying, but I don't necessarily agree with it, because even the part that I do agree with that is that
We're in overtime.
We're in overtime. Yes, sir. We're in overtime. Not for long, but we're in overtime.
Yeah.
The part that I do agree with is that the part where he said the wife having to work. He didn't want his wife to have to work.
Have to work.
I think that's the goal for every real husband, to not have his wife have to work. All husbands don't have it that way.
Sure.
So they're striving. You know what I'm
Most.
saying?
Most don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Most
don't.
don't have it that way where their wife does not have to work.
Mhm.
So I get it. I get what he's saying, but you have to also keep in mind where most people are. So, but at the end of the day, you still have a choice. If you go into a job and it feels like that man is or the boss is he doing, or quote unquote, for lack of better terms, doing the most or doing too much, you have the power to leave the job and go get another one. So my point is, whether you're self-employed or whether you have a 9 to 5 that you have to be at, you're still going to be governed by something.
That's right.
That's the truth. That's the truth. But the truth of the matter is, do you want to be the man that gives his wife the ability
to choose? Absolutely.
and
Right.
to be the one, you're the one that she has the most influence or ties to. And I think that's really, and I, for lack of a better term, most men want to be the dictator of their home, right?
Mhm.
And I know
Mhm.
sometimes dictator can be a little sketch for people, and especially sometimes for us ladies, for our ladies to hear. But
Mhm.
for us, we want to be kind dictators to
Mhm.
our family. So we
Mhm.
want to be able to instruct, direct,
Lead.
lead, um, without a whole lot of interference from the outside.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to say, babe, you don't have to go to work. If you want to go to work, great. But what that does is that takes a lot of stress and a lot off of her. So then she can be the wife, the mother, the companion, the lover, the, you know what I'm saying, and just,
Yeah.
add whatever you want her to be. It takes the load off of her, so
Absolutely.
then she can be whatever, more so what the family needs. And if we want to just be blunt about it, what you need as the husband, because guess what, if that load is off her,
Facts.
that it makes it that much easier for your wife to then be all those things that you need or desire.